In order to deliver high levels of availability, it's paramount that we have a significant investment in our infrastructure. All of our customer-facing systems are hosted in Tier 3 data centers that typically would be based in Canary Wharf, and they are highly resilient, fault-tolerant infrastructures that are supported 24/7 by specialist teams. We will be responsible for operating and housekeeping and monitoring those systems, but the hosting would be carried out within a professional data center. In terms of our disaster recovery, if those primary data centers are taken out, we have a disaster recovery environment that is located in the west of London that has an equivalent set of infrastructure that can be failed over to very, very quickly. In terms of our infrastructure, we are a Microsoft house. We have a Premier Support Agreement with Microsoft, which allows us to have very close access to Microsoft, both in terms of new products that they're providing, and also in terms of support. The integration formats that we support, we would like to have an industry standard message format, but it doesn't always work. So although we support the standards that exist, we very often have to develop customer-specific integration formats. So we've ended up with something like 3,000 different versions of messages in use across iTradeNetwork as a group with multiple customers. And to be honest, we are the key thing is that the data is accurate. How it's transported and the file formats really doesn't matter to us. In terms of internal systems, we do a combination of two things. We would either replace an existing system, so if we've had customers that have had SAP as a procurement tool, and they've taken SAP out and replaced it with iTradeNetwork's procurement tool. But also we could work with their existing IT provider. So in other cases we have plenty of integrations with SAP, particularly where SAP has strength. So on the finance side, we would integrate with their internal finance systems. Our customer projects can range from a simple online ordering website, which in terms of deploying, we would simply set the customer up and we would provide some web-based demonstrations. But they could range to much more complex projects where we've got multi-country, multi-user supply chain management solutions where we provide both trainer-trainer type training, structured training courses, WebExes and so forth in terms of deployment. And also projects can involve significant development, customer-specific developments. They can involve significant levels of integration where we have to work with the customer's IT departments to carry out integration projects. And we're well versed in working with the customer to define their business objectives and developing solutions that can deliver those objectives. As far as integration projects are concerned, we have a team of people who are responsible for defining the most appropriate way to integrate with our systems with the customer systems, and in fact we take on responsibility for managing those projects on behalf of the customer, sometimes working with external IT companies.